We are live. Hello. Hi, Lisa. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our. I think we have something is speaking in my background in the same time. I am so excited to have you, Lisa Wallner, on this beautiful women's empowerment series. This is a platform that is here to inspire and to empower women because the way we wanted to see it, we want to see a world where women can grow confident, resilient, tech savvy, and financially free. And for that, we need so much to add to this. So it's such an honor to have you join
Oh.
me today, Lisa.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy you invited me, and it's such an honor to be part of your series. It's such a great opportunity to just share ideas and help other women to really follow their path, and I'm just happy to be part of it. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Because when you inspire, when you share your story, when you share the work you do, you add that spark that one woman is watching us today is like, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I needed. That very sentence you just shared. So, to start, I would love to tell us about you and your beautiful work on as a business coach and also as a soul creator. As you know, this is how you name your thing, and I think it's so beautiful that you're able to bring that side to the business. So, who is Lisa, and why did you start doing that? So, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. So I'm a business mentor basically, and also a mindset coach and a spiritual teacher. And I have been working in this field for almost 15 years now. So it's a very long time. And I had a lot of different transitions in my own business. I used to work here in Vienna where I live as a consultant, as a coach, as a life coach, and also as a healer. And a few years ago, I transitioned into online business and positioned myself new as a business coach. And now I help entrepreneur to find their soul purpose and to refine the soul purpose and to really follow the calling of the soul and also to achieve their highest goals and to fulfill their highest potential. So that's what I do. And as you said, I developed my own method, which is called Soul Creation. And there is also a book I'm going to show you a little bit. It's now in German, but it's going to be translated.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
This is my book. It's called Soul Creation. It's going to be translated and published in English soon, but now it's only German. And it was a huge project, and I'm so happy it's out. And in the book, I'm also talking about all the things like how you really can remember, why am I here? What can I contribute? How can I also tune into these fields and realms of intuition, of wisdom, of quantum reality, and to really, like my own vision and my why is to help others to make a difference. That's
Wow.
that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm looking for, to help others to really find a purpose in life and to find where you can leverage, like where is your seat in the whole picture, and to really help the collective evolution of humanity, right?
Mhm,
Like we're
mhm.
all doing this together, and I'm trying to kind of help people to find their seat and their place, like where they can leverage, where they can contribute. And yeah, that's what I do.
That's amazing. This is many things. So I'm excited. We're gonna talk about many things today. I want to salute Philip is saying I'm also a healer. Hey Philip, it's nice to have you with us. So I like that because that's exactly the question I was going to ask you. What does it mean to be a healer? You said that you worked as a healer. I mean, when you talk about that, I mean, like we are in a business, the
Yeah.
talk was about really boosting business. But as you boost in business, you're like coming back to being a healer. What does it mean? How can you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, healing is always also self-healing, right? Healing is empowerment. So I worked as a healer. It means I don't know, I have so many different things I'm using, like tools like quantum healing and different modalities, but in the end it is always about helping people to come into their own power and own, self-understanding and leadership. And I find that that is the place where the healing occurs naturally, right? And also I was living in America for some time, and I'm trained in A Course in Miracles, so maybe you know about that, like it's this big blue book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And The Course in Miracles is also about the awareness and the consciousness that healing and miracles are natural, right?
Okay.
And so it is never us healing others. It is always remembering that we are healed and remembering that all the healing is inside us and all the capacity. And I think this can also be translated to business, right? Because business, especially if you're looking for a business that's in alignment with your soul purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you really follow your calling, your values, your integrity, you have to be able to connect to that spot inside you,
Yeah.
right? Where you really are in tune with your own soul frequency and your purpose. And that is where healing occurs. That is where all the success comes from. That is where all the abundance comes from, right? That is where all the manifestation comes from. So it is just, yeah, it is actually just a frequency and a specific awareness and consciousness.
So when you talk about healing, it's really that what everyone needs to do with himself or herself
Yeah,
to improve the way they feel about themselves.
right. Yeah, right.
So when they heal and when they, they almost they heal, it's like they become all aligned with what they are and who they are, and they accept themselves as they are. That's
Yeah,
where you start seeing miracles happen. You
yeah,
start seeing the energy flows. How
yeah.
can you convince or talk or explain that to business leaders, to business people in business? I mean, business is, and it's a discussion, so it's really to understand how can you raise this awareness within the business arena, because
Mhm.
business is like planning strategy. You do this and
Yeah.
this. Tell them, you know what, take a moment, stop and heal yourself. How can you
Mhm.
take that as a productive, from a productivity perspective?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a very practical coach, right? I'm a spiritual teacher, but I'm also a Virgo. I'm going to have my birthday soon, so I'm a very practical
Mm.
person. Yeah, like in 2 weeks, not yet.
And doing so. Okay,
No,
happy birthday.
but it is it's like beginning of September. It's like the Virgo time. We feel it, and it's a
Mhm.
very practical energy. So, and as a business coach, of course, when I talk to business owners, um, I mean, on one hand, I find that there is a lot of openness for all these issues and these topics. You know, many business owners are also deep inside. They're looking for their spirituality. They're looking for their truth and for for the evolution of the soul. So it is all connected, and I
Mm.
think it is necessary. It is necessary to bring it together. And when it comes to strategy and to taking action and to making plans, I think it is always good to first go inside, right? That's how I do it for my own business, and that's how I help others. So
Mhm.
first you go inside, you connect, you really tune into your own intuition, your wisdom, your soul frequency,
Yeah,
and then you take the action, right? It is like taking
you
inspired
feel
action.
it. It's
Yes.
like you go and tune in into your intuition
Yeah, and
and
then
let.
you can make the plans,
Yeah.
and then you have the strategy and the whole picture and the vision and all the things you need. And I think so you can really bring those two levels together, like
Mhm.
the more kind of intuitive metaphysical realm, and
Work.
then the practical realm, and both is necessary. And so that's how I try to help others to understand it, and also for my own business. I know that, I find it really hard if we're only trying to follow strategy, because there
Mhm.
is so much strategy advice, so many things we can do, and we're trying to do it outside. But if we're not feeling it inside,
Mm.
if we're not living from the inside out, we are not going to have results.
Yeah.
And if you first feel it inside and you really connect to the energy, to the frequency, and you have you can almost grasp it and it's tangible, it's so much easier to take action and to follow the plans. So I
Mm.
think both is really necessary.
I love that. That's true. It's And you know what's nice, and it's helping because we see that this is a tendency that is
Mhm.
happening around the world to
Yeah.
bring more humanness into your business. And when you say bring more humanness, it starts with yourself, really. It's like, what
Mhm.
is that human being who is me, who is actually the business person? But behind that person, there is intuition, there is
Yeah.
energy, there is vibration. And,
Mhm.
and when you're able to connect with that, you can make any strategy work, really. Like,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
Yeah.
like strategies, I mean, they all work, right? It's just like how you make them work.
Yeah, and also if you feel you know they have to be a good match with your vibration, right? I
Right.
think there's so many different ways, of marketing, of going live, of selling, all these things we can do, but you really have to they have to be a good match, they have to fit with your energy, also the positioning and all these things. Like it really has to be almost like a suit you're wearing and you're like, oh my god, this is perfect. And
Yeah.
then you can move forward, and then you can convince others, and you have an aura and you have charisma about you, and people are like, oh my god, I want to talk to that person, right? Because you are in integrity with yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the things where what I feel like in the collective, right, that it is important that more and more people, especially in the business world and the leaders, especially the women, start to really follow and act from that place of integrity and values.
Yeah.
I think this is really important to really act and manifest from this innermost truth we are having, because then we can make an impact in the
We
world.
can make an impact, and better than that, we can love each other, we
Yeah,
can have space for each other, we can create platforms such as this one where we, women working in the same industry,
yeah,
they are sharing with each other, they're growing together. And I think that's what the word needs more is we are beyond the competitiveness of the old way of doing economy.
yeah,
This is a new way of holding hands, growing together. We create wealth for me, for you, for all of us. The more we grow, more the world will be a better place because you will be impacting more, you will be helping more. And
mm,
I want really to see more people understanding that. Like, I want every woman entrepreneur to listen to this
yeah,
because if we were really truly this way, coming from the love for each other, just like we love ourselves, we will go beyond, and there is space
mm,
for everyone. Yeah. I,
absolutely.
I want to read some of the comments. Hi, Nora. It's nice to see you with us. She's saying that we call it the law of attraction. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. And I love what you were saying. I mean, you are such a role model for that, because you're just opening the space for other women, to share. And this is such an example for an abundance mindset, right? Because
It
in
is.
the old world, we were all like having lack and scarcity mindset, and we were all like, oh no, I have to protect my own thing and I'm not going to share. But in the new world, in the new paradigm, we are just sharing, and we know that there is more for everyone. The more
Of
you share,
course.
the more you receive. And I find it really great because we can all, help each other, as you say, and everybody is so unique also.
Uh-huh.
So there is no competition, because there is no one, we're all unique persons and unique consciousness. So
Yeah.
we don't have to compare each other, and there's space for everyone. I find
Yeah.
it great. Yeah.
And this applies to everything in business. I mean, like, really, I mean, as a healer for business, you are, Lisa. You when you approach the business from what value am I bringing today? What
Mm.
value am I bringing from an integrity space, from really, really, truly the why I'm doing what I'm doing? Then you're not gonna look at the competition. You're too busy
Yeah.
creating. It's
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
It's creating more
Yeah.
time.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. It's almost like it disappears from the mind, right? Like some ideas and some thoughts are just disappearing. You're like, oh, this is an old way of thinking, right? And sometimes we're kind of being trapped, right? We're like, this is an old frequency, it's an old mindset, and you can always choose. I mean, this is the process of learning, that we can choose. If we are in the trap of the scarcity mindset or the comparison, we can decide and just choose again. And the way we choose is the way we interact and the way we show up with each other. And this is how we create our reality, right? And it's always new. That's what I always tell to my clients, like, you cannot change anything that happened. So just stop looking back, right? Stop regretting, because it's just over, right? The only thing we can change is the now and the future. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's always a new day, and we can always make a new choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. You cannot, uh, let go of the past. You cannot be walking to the future and looking at, the mirror, the back mirror. It's just not possible. You will
Yeah.
fall. It's like that's the image. You just let go of it, turn the page from it, and move on. We have a question in the chat from Hajar. We speak lately a lot about the inner thoughts and intention, and also attraction, law of attraction, how we can frame it to the productive business. How, yeah, I guess that's the first question is really how can you apply that in a practical manner in business and translate it into productivity? Do you want to try, Lisa, on the
Sure,
question?
like the law of attraction, right? That was the question, how we can translate it into the productivity. Right? Well, you can just apply it in anything you're looking at when you look at your business. For example, you want to attract your client, like your perfect client, let's say. So law of attraction works in terms of frequency. So I'm always telling my clients, if you want to attract your perfect client, start to be that client. You have to become the person you want to attract, right? So you can change your reality by changing your energy. And when you raise your frequency, you're going to have a different vibration and a different signal you're sending out to the universe. And that's what you're going to attract. And that's a very, very practical thing. So it is really this living from inside out. Don't look outside what's not there. Just always look inside. What is missing inside? What am I not giving? If something is lacking in the outside, you always have to ask yourself, what am I not giving at this point? So where am I holding back?
What am I holding back?
Yeah, what am I holding back? And it's sometimes it's a very subtle thing, like it's unconscious. It's not, it's a blind spot we're having. But once it is, you can look at it and it comes to awareness, you can say, okay, I'm going to change that. I'm going to stop holding back. I'm going to start extending. I'm going to start giving. And then you can really trust that everything is going to come back at one point, right? It's just the law of the universe.
And you said such an important word, which is trust. You need to trust. You
Yeah.
need to fill yourself with so much trust. Trust that the clients is out there. Believe in their existence. Trust them. Trust
Yeah.
that they will be a match of whatever you're looking for. And that comes back to, that's for business, because business their productivity is the service they offer, the product they offer, the consultancy they offer, the thinking they offer. So they all continuously looking for clients to be able to look at their numbers at the end of the month and at the end of the year. And I think it's probably hard to imagine it like a big building with so many people sitting in them and just imagine each one as a client. But it does work this way. It really works, because at the end of the day is relationship, it's connections. I mean, business thrive because of the people that work in the business.
Yeah.
So the mindset,
and the gratitude. Yeah, I think that's a key to really being grateful, and to, even if you don't have a result there, visible, you're feeling it. You just start to be grateful for it, and that's how you can attract it. And then what I also believe in is that there is really perfection in the universe, right? If something is not there, there is a reason for it. There is just this divine timing. So I'm always trying to relax into that, that awareness that there is divine timing. And sometimes if something has a delay, we're thinking it has a delay, we're trying to manifest, for example, 10 new clients, right?
Okay.
And it is a delay, it is not happening. you can just let go and relax into what's there, into the break, into the pause, and trust that it is going to come at a perfect moment, and maybe something even bigger and better, like something you haven't even imagined before. And I think that creates such an openness in our hearts, and so much time for new things to create, new ways of thinking. And yeah, that's how I try to look at it.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's perfect because that's how you can stay in your calmness and relax.
Yes.
When you relax, because otherwise you're like stressed and anxious and like, oh, and you block it before it even starts. And when
Mm.
you relax, that's how you can win. That's how you can succeed in your business because you let the flows of energy come in and out. You are relaxed to it. You
And you can also enjoy it. I mean, it's also about enjoying the process, right? Trusting the process, enjoying the process, and not being attached to the results. That's how you can attract it more easily. Mm.
And I got another feedback here from the comments. Yes, we need to concentrate on what we want to attract rather than constantly worrying about our rivals. Well, absolutely, Nora. I think that's a very good point. It's and often we don't do that. We focus on what we don't have. It's like, but I do, but. So we are like always saying no, but we're not
Yeah,
happy instead
absolutely.
of yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Instead of saying, I'm grateful I did this.
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm celebrating any positive step I'm taking forward.
Absolutely.
So tell me about the new book. Congratulations. When did you have it out?
Well, it was published on the 1st of May in German, right? So it's
Can
now
you
on.
show me? Can you show me the title? It's
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
It's
it is called Soul
it's in
Creation.
English.
Soul Creation, that's the title.
Yeah.
And
Soul
yeah,
creation.
yeah, it is now on Amazon for everybody that's reading in German. But as I said, it's going to be out in English soon. So,
Uh-huh.
well, the book is really I don't know, it's such a project that was deep inside my heart, right? And I'm now having so many people that read it and they just write me that it helps them.
Oh,
And
that's
so, yeah, and it's such a great feeling, like
congratulations.
so much appreciation that comes back. And with soul creation, it is like what I said in the beginning. It's a process where I really help people to remember why they're here, what their purpose is in life, what their calling is, and even if they already know it, to refine it. Like what I find, because I'm a business owner for so many years, that you're always asking yourself these questions, because we are going through these cycles where we are, redefining and readjusting our business, our offers, our positioning. So it's always good to look at it again, and to just ask yourself, where can I contribute most? Like,
Sure.
what is my highest potential? What is my talent? And also, what is really needed in the world, right? Like, you really look at all the things that are happening, and you're just asking yourself, where can I help?
It's
Because
like, where do I fit?
yeah, where do I fit? Yeah. And that is what the calling is in the end. And the book is about, yeah, helping to remember that, and then also to really achieve, right, the goals you want to achieve. Because it's not enough to know it, it really is about acting, about achieving. And so this is a process that helps you to really achieve and take action.
Excellent, amazing. Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
Maybe
thanks.
we can drop the link to whoever wants to buy it. If there are German speakers, I see that people
Sure.
are tuning
Yeah.
in from different places.
Yes,
And
I'm gonna do it later when you have to replay. I'm
did
gonna
you
do.
did you write it in German?
Yeah, actually, I'm a native
The
German
language?
speaker, so it is German, but now it's going to be translated, or it's in the process of translation. And I'm also, yeah, I'm transitioning a little bit from German to English, because I want to just be able to reach more people, and I'm open to, yeah, to also help people that speak English. So I'm
That's
in a in
amazing.
a in a process in my own business right now.
Oh, very good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Well, it was really nice having you, my dear Lisa. I think you do an amazing job. And
Thank
if
you.
we are able really to spread the word about how you can bring more humanness to the way business is being done, and when I say humanness, is really how you can be trusting yourself and healing yourself and aligning with what you truly believe inside you. I mean, I'm sure that businesses will be like this, boosted, and start seeing the sparks and the magics around it. I mean, like,
Absolutely.
what would you like to say, as how best to really boost the business to take it to improve, like one or two tips that could help?
Yeah. Well, I think really I mean, I'm kind of looking at the word integrity and the meaning of integrity. I think this is one of the most important things as a business owner, to really, follow and act from your integrity. And then also, this, what you said, like, stop comparing, stop thinking in comparison and from scarcity mindset. Like, really, we have to be a role model and a living manifestation of the new way of thinking. Yeah, it's not about speaking nice words, it's about really embodying those words, right? And start
Yes.
and we all have to do that. It's like we're all looking at ourselves. We have to start being an example, and just, and that's how we change, so we can start to being examples of the abundance mindset and of this new way of thinking. So I think this is the most important thing right now.
That's amazing. Very nice. The balanced mindset, that's what I'll be talking about next week. Actually, I have a workshop, and
Yeah.
first day is workshop about wealth and impact. And
Mm-hmm.
the most important is really to have that balance, to have the balance in your life, and the
Sure.
balance in your mindset, but the balance in everything you do. So when you're able to reach that balance, then you can really not only
Yeah.
create the wealth you want, you can make the impact you want, and you can do it with deep integrity, which which you
Mm-hmm.
do.
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah,
That's great.
really
I'm really looking forward to your workshop also. That's awesome.
yes.
It's so inspiring. Yeah, it's really inspiring. And thank you so much for inviting me. It was such a pleasure to talk
Lisa,
to
it's so wonderful, absolutely, and you do an amazing job. And
you.
that's how we can help the world change and to bring more humanness to it, and more caring, and more love, and more peace in everything we do. Thank you for coming, Lisa.
Okay, thank you. And yes, I just say goodbye to
Thank you all
everybody.
for being with us today, and for all those beautiful comments and questions. It's amazing, and the Women Empowerment Series, it presents incredible women that are doing amazing things, that are so powerful in their field, so inspiring and so motivational. And Lisa,
Wow.
you're a great example, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ladies. You remind me on how important it is to believe in abundance. Exactly. Very
Hmm.
nice. So, thank you. And Victoria is also saying thank you for the talk. Young women to develop in themselves and stand for their rights. Absolutely, Victoria. Well said. Love
Wow.
you all, ladies. Thank you for being with us today. And I will see you in I will see you actually in the workshop next week, starting
Yeah.
on Monday. It's at 3
Mhm.
p.m. GMT plus 1, 10 a.m. Eastern. And the objective is really to take actions and to make a
Wow.
difference, make changes in your life.
Wow.
Okay, so